Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo, and I am here for episode 43 of Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam, titled Hamon's Victory. I got no theories about what that could fucking mean, because we really haven't seen a lot of Hamon. We knew that she and, name just slipped my mind. Little child, Zeon, Zabi, Minerva Zabi, to whom Hamon is the regent. We know that Hamon and Minerva were on the side where the poison gas attack happened, which Char managed to foil as he walked around or flew around the battlefield, checking off boxes and preventing various horrible acts of war. Yeah. So they're there. But victory? I don't know yet. I just don't know yet. Last time, we said goodbye to Rosemi, and I fully expected that would be a death, and I was completely wrong. Rosemi is still out there being a dangerous snake, and, well, see if she ever pops her snaky head back up and does her "I'm an evil girl now" voice. I don't know. It's definitely a tough one for Camus to face, because he's got this emotional attachment to this character now, and now she's just full flip-flop to the other side, and that makes things hard. Everything is moving. It feels like we're in the home stretch here. I commented on this at the end of the last episode. It sort of feels to me like everything is clicking into place in this crazy background clockwork way, in the background of Zeta Gundam. I tried to explain it to a friend of mine the other night, how I've been really thinking about Zeta Gundam. I've been really looking forward to watching more of it. This stretch of the show has been really compelling to me, and I've been enjoying it a lot more than I expected. And again, I think I mentioned this the last time. Like, can you imagine if I'd just stopped? Jeez, sometimes you can get really foolish. Sometimes I can get really foolish and do things that just hurt me and don't seem to help much at all. But I was trying to explain to him why I felt like Zeta was kicking into gear. And as I explained it, it became obvious to me that I couldn't convey to him in just a few words how much depth there feels like there is in Zeta Gundam. Whether it's really there or not is partly a trick of the writing and partly a trick of the feeling. There are elements that, once I examine them individually a little bit closer, they seem to fizzle, they seem to fade away and, like, not have much behind them. But the feeling of the show is this grand sweeping conflict across many places, many locations, many times, where many, many millions of people are all watching at the same time, all focused on what's going to happen in this little conflict between the Aeug and the Tetons that's blossoming out and is not little. I mean, it's leading to full colony destructions and stuff. And how all of that will play out will have rippling echo effects across the entire solar system. Conveying that is hard. The best way that I have is to try to liken it to other things that do something similar, that tell like a sweeping story, like Ginga Eiyu Densetsu, Legend of the Galactic Heroes, which is even a step beyond and is in a galactic scale conflict with galactic scale heroes too. They're really quite legendary, but Zeta Gundam gets pretty far on that measuring tape. If there's a measuring tape between really simple stories, and you take like one character goes to school and has something weird about them type of stories, right? This might not actually be true about this story, but the one that pops into my head is like Komi can't communicate, right? You got a character, they have a character trait, they do a thing, it's a thing that happens every time. Or Saiki Kuso no Sainon, he's a character, he goes to a place, there's a thing that happens, there are a couple other characters that he knows. And then maybe one step beyond that is like group of characters does group of things. So like Danchi Kokosei no Nichijou, or Nichijou itself, or Keion, or Hibike, or anything like that, where you've got like a small group of characters, a small cast. And then you start to get into the weird stuff where it's way bigger, and where the scope in the cast starts to become much larger. And it's got like an exponential effect on how big the cast feels. Every additional character that you add in and name and give a face and give a character design and give all these elements to, the story feels broader and bigger and more real and more fleshed out. So, of course, Ginga Eiyu Densetsu with 3 bajillion characters, all with unique voice actors and unique faces and unique hairstyles and unique realistic hair designs and all this fucking crazy shit that is Ginga Eiyu Densetsu, is in its own sort of realm, but somewhere along that sliding scale from one character to many characters and one event or one complication to many complications and many places, many locations, many different factions thinking in different ways, you get more complicated with it. And I think that might be the kind of story, one of the kinds of stories that I really like, because I like a lot of the stories along that spectrum. But there's something inherently compelling about a breadth of story as well as a depth of story, an earth-shattering feeling that's like, everything rides on this, everything rests on this. And Zeta has this odd property where it's able to sort of do both. It's able to do that broad scale impact on many people and many moving characters and moving parts, while focusing narratively on a very small group of characters that have a very large impact. The Zeta itself, and Camille, and Char, and some of the other captains, and Basque Om, and Gaddy Captain, and Rakoa. And it feels, despite the size of this conflict, it feels like the individual actions of individual human beings matter a lot. And that's a cool way to frame it, I think. I think that's a cool angle to come at Zeta Gundam with, because that is part of what it says, is like, there might be these huge echoing changes of progress, of war, of humanity shifting, of the march of time going on, and we often feel like individually we're drops in a bucket, we're irrelevant to that, we don't matter. But then it focuses down and it says, no, the actions and the specific actions of these specific characters really matters. Really matters. Like, Rakoa's choices really matter. They've had a real impact on everything that's happened after she chose to defect. After she, or got yoinked by Yazan out of the sky, whether you think she chose it or not. Initially, I don't know. She's chosen it now. And then, even the characters who have relationships to those heroes have an impact. Like, 4 didn't change the world on her own, didn't change the universe on her own, but she changed Camille, and that changes the world. That has an echo effect, because he's at the crux of things. He's the main character, so narratively he's special, but he's at the crux of things, and you never know who you're interacting with and how at the cornerstone or at the turning point they might actually be. I don't know. I think that's a cool way to frame the show, and to step back and look at as we shift, as everything feels like it junk into place and begins to like a giant machine beginning to really move for the first time in ages. It's cool to step back away from the show a little bit and talk about how it feels to be observing this, because it's like observing a historical text a little bit, as you've got these big changes, these big sweeping shifts in power politics, and these shifts in ideals and idealism and thought processes and different characters and ideologies, and it echoes all the way down to the level of the individual soldier and all the way up to the level of the grand leader, evil as he is with his weird fucking eye goggles. Basque Om, the evilest boy who's ever eviled. It's pretty neat. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool show. So I think I'm just gonna check something at the end of the previous episode, because there was some narration that happened. Right, shit. Yeah, I thought so. I thought there was a little smidge at the end. Yeah, it was all a diversion. Just threaten a couple of colonies with poison gas and also giant lasers. Although in this case, just the poison gas as a diversionary tactic in order to move Grips a little bit closer to Granada so that it can get a shot off on the Ayug stronghold. And we're far fucking away. We're far the fuck away. We might not have the ability to get there and do anything about that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So then, Hamon's victory is where we end up. Okay. Okay. That rocks. That rocks. Metal as hell. Let's watch some Zeta Gundam. Give it a look-see and see what we can salvage out of this situation. It feels to me like that was a mistake. Not that we could have, known that it would be a mistake to try to prevent the deaths of millions of people, but you let one thing slip in order to save the other, and the thing that slipped was the thing that you needed, and that could be really bad. But we've got a weird title, and I'm curious how it's going to come to fruition, so let's go ahead and watch episode 43 of Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam, and we will just have to find out over the course of these 24 minutes. Just gonna get straight into it. Beep beep timer for Zeta Gundam episode 43. Oh yeah, my drawing of the day is it's a space laser. I'm actually quite happy with how it turned out. I stole a way of drawing things from Iraqi, and it looks great, and I'm gonna use it all the time. I hope it's not prescient. I hope I didn't. I don't want the space laser to shoot more colonies out of the sky. I'd rather it didn't, but that's what I drew because it seemed like the thing to draw. This is not beer. This is kombucha. Well, that's an ominous musical start. Yeah, that's the laser moving. What happens if you shoot a planet or a celestial body with that thing? Actually, physics-wise, what happens if you pump that much energy into the surface of a rock? I don't know. It might get weird. Certainly it destroys the city. No problem. Fuck. Yeah. Hey, buddy. A special envoy. Okay. Wonder who that will be. Oh, Haro. Oh, hi. Hi, cats. Yeah. Generations. Whoa. Okay. Huh? He seems like a jerk. Who's that in the background, I wonder? It doesn't matter, I guess. What do we got? I mean, that's an idea. That's an interest. I don't know that that's true. Yeah. We did prevent the death. We could spin it. Cats, shut the fuck up. Children are meant to be quiet. Seen, not heard. This episode feels very flat so far in terms of our framing and composition and where we're focused. Like flat, 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 flat. Character face, character face, character face, character face, character standing, character face. All right, we got some movement. There we go. A little bit of dynamic stuff. Little rascals. Crooked to ask who to act as a traitor. Oh, to access. Hmm. No one would shoot at a mobile suit carrying. Haven't we? No, I guess we haven't. And Emma has done that before, so. Whoa, cats. Ha! Damn, cats. He's really gunning for position of, out the airlock. Just, the manners are out the airlock was the answer, but it's also a solution for the kids. Just put them in the airlock and give them a little scare. uh... Hmm. Hmm. A little attitude shift, eh? What room are they in? Alright. Got the white flag. Let's see, man. Let's see. Maybe we can convince them. Amidst asteroids. The ship hides. That's rad. That's super cool. Shoot it. Hmm. Hmm. Can't tell. All right. We've got a path. He's got no weapons, mostly. He's got, of course, he's got the guns in his head and probably the sword on him. Hmm. That's a show of strength. Ah, all right. You seem like a pretty arrogant person. Okay, but great, amazing. Hmm. Good chance to. Yeah. Okay, well, we'll see. It's hard to read her. That's a cool track. Ah, that's quite a number of mobile suits you're bringing with you. Now that is a hell of a mobile suit. What the fuck? Yeah, a little show of force. Yeah, pretty show of forcey. It's understandable. She's walking into enemy territory, but... And she is the regent. Hmm. Ah! Hold on. Whoa, okay. That's simple. Yeah, okay. Holy shit. That's a hell of a threat. Hmm. Aw, beg. Whoa. In some ways, all for petty personal politics? But, also, they get a side. And that's not nothing. Wow. Oh, worth it, worth it, worth it, worth it. Awesome. Are we going to actually do the operation now? Oh, that's such a cool angle. To see just the scale of the ship. That's great. That's great. It is really cool. Big gulp. Mm. He's got to have a hard time talking through those cheeks. I can make fun of Basco's character design all fucking day. All day. Oh. Safety first. What a change of role for Camus, huh? He kept getting held back during the Haman Karn situation too, and allowing himself to be held back. Yeah, priorities. Reuse. I think we've seen that one before. That's a big boat. Mm-hmm. It'll end everything, but we don't have another chance. Because you want him here, or because you don't want him out there? Okay, our own diversionary operation. Very good. Ryokai. That was pretty neat. Her hair is great. Very haughty. Is that a trick? Oh. Goody Captain, will you use him? He will. Okay. Not doing, but there was a thought there. Or is she just trying to slip behind your line so she can blow your ass up, bitch? Ooh, I hope. That would be baller. That would be pretty baller. Yeah, weird. Oh, hey, buddy. Long time. No. You need to make it. Oh, they want to take it. Damn. All right, the battle rages on the outside. Let's go, guys. Auto blocking. Oh, that was cool. Oh, that was cool. I love the way that cut in. Oh my god. That's rad. Ooh, Fa vibes? We have one. You're too important. Eh. Oh, Cats is here too. Alright, Fa! He just knows. Not you, Cats, though. Alright. That's very cute. Thanks, Haro. The best cheerleader. Wow, great shots. That was like reverse stormtrooper aim. That was great. Uh-oh. Oh, that was very cool. Also martial arts! Huh? Oh, it's such a multi-victory for her. What a great title. Are they betraying us? Yeah. Ah. Yes, she is. Teamwork! Ooh. Damn, Haman. Little twist on that. Nani? Can we see Bascom's face, please? Can we see Basco's face, please? Yeah. Huh? Oh. Hey, there it is. Nandato. Oh, he's gonna blame it on Gaddy Captain. We're still under attack. Yeah. Beautiful. Huh. Gonna really play both sides, huh? Minerva doesn't even see what's happened. Yeah, she did. And she double wins out of it, too. Angles for capturing grips. Gains an ally of the Ayug. And unless Baska is really capable of selling it, doesn't alienate. Oh my goodness. Fully in suit. Sweet! Friends! Always. I will pray for that day to be good to us all. That is not the way that they think about it. You think you own them from this? To some extent, there's certainly some some reciprocation owed. Ah, it's a big ship. Yeah, not so certain, huh? More layers about betrayal here. Because Hamon betrays Bask without a second thought, it seems. Ah, glasses off, Shar, huh? Oh, man. Leave him be, head in hands. Think about what he's just done. I don't know what he's just done. What's the impact of that long term? Hamon seems to think that it's everything that she wants, and maybe it is. Whoever figured out that they could sink Hara with the collapse deserves a Nobel Prize. Alright. I don't know what that is, but it looks like an assassination attempt. That's a wrist gun, and those are wrist bullets or something. What a crazy angle and foreshortening on Jamatov Hymen. That's very cool. Very, very exciting. Very neat. We'll see what that is come next week, I think. There's one scene that I want to see again, and I might not even be able to find it. But I'm gonna look for it. There's an explosion in battle, and then a triangular cut-in that happens immediately after that I thought was really cool. I just want to look at it. Give it a gander, give it a glance. There it is. This is when Camus says, "Don't come out unless your suit is fully prepared." So it's right here. Bam, bam. He wipes across the frame. And then there's this big sweep. He comes in, kicks this guy, bashes him away. The explosion occurs. And then as it explodes out to the side, he chops in from that. Yeah, bam. It feels in motion like it's like... Pew, pew. It's really smooth. It's like my brain doesn't notice really when the cut-in appears. It's just a part of the flow of the explosion of the thing. That's cool. That's one of the cooler moments in the episode. I do think that some of the beam battle fights are pretty cool too. We do a narrative thing where we make it seem like Camus is off his game, or the battle is too strong or too powerful for him, or something like that. That way, we have the reason to bring Katz and Fa into the fight. It's unclear to me like what the justification is for that, and I don't think it really matters. The point is that we get this sort of squad moment, this sort of team up moment between them, and I really like that. I think that's pretty cool because it brings some of the other elements of the episode to fruition in an interesting way. Katz is really down on everybody throughout the beginning portion of the episode. It's been interesting. Both of them are in different ways. But I guess he's just not into into working with Axis. Is mostly it. He's really against that, and so they end up being put into confinement for that reason. I don't feel like the episode stands out to me a lot as like extraordinarily well directed or extraordinarily well put together or really terribly extraordinary in almost any way, except the actual framing of the last segment feels really nice because it's mysterious and it's a compelling betrayal, a compelling sort of sneaky move by Haman Karn, and it's unclear all of the aspects that she thinks she has in play. She's got a completely different perspective on all of this than our primary characters do, and she does a bunch of unexpected things over the course of this episode. He goes into is greeted by all of these different shows of force as he enters this authoritarian nation, which is kind of exactly right. It reminds me of, you ever see footage of what happens when a news reporter goes to North Korea or somewhere and they get greeted by all of this military might and all of this pomp and circumstance, and there's a feeling like it might be thin, but you can't know, and the guns are real. That's sort of what it feels like to me. Is he's welcomed into this space, but in a way that every single element of it has a leg up, has a power dynamic and a play to it. And that's something that I think Haman Karn is just steeped in. It's just a part of the way that she thinks and acts as the regent of this, again, an authoritarian monarchy, essentially. She's steeped in this kind of power politics and this kind of playing with respect for respect and playing with the expectations of the individuals around you. Makes her incredibly dangerous. Despite having worked with her now, I'm far more respectful, you might say, of Haman Karn's position in this galaxy, or in this solar system for right now. Really interesting. I didn't expect him to make this kind of move, she says. He's got such an interesting design. And we get it from here as they take off and they bring all these other mobile suits with them, and they show off the new special one, and it's all its weird flapping wings. It's kind of butterfly-esque is what it reminds me of. I don't know. It's crazy looking. It's a crazy looking mobile suit. The production capabilities have improved greatly, and it's exactly that. It's showing just how strong we are, just how powerful we are. Don't fuck with us. Don't betray us in turn. It's got all of these unstated statements to it. Really cool. Get some banter, and she puts it forward. So you accept the revival of the Zabi family, and I thought there was going to be some pushback here, and that is not the case. That is not the case. They are willing to accept the revival of the Zabi family. If we hadn't, what would you have done? And we get that same idea. It's like offering something with one hand and holding a gun to your head with the other. In every instance, she's got this carrot and stick thing going on. And it's manipulative, and it's maybe evil even, but it's a lesser evil than dealing with Bascom and getting Granada nuked by lasers, right? Would have just casually nuked her. So we're not aligned morally or ethically, right? It's just that we have something to offer Haman Karn. And of course we get some pushback from Camille. So they will hand side 3 over. Let me just see. I'm just Googling side 3 Zeta Gundam because I want to know which side that is and how it... Side 3 is a cluster... God damn it. A cluster of colonies featured in... Politically ask for control of side 3, the former Zeon colony. Oh, there we go. Closed type colonies, which didn't have glass sky panels and were totally solid. So they had greater capacities of people. And that's the original colony where Zeon Zum Daikun spread his philosophy. The idea that the Earth was sacred. This is off Zeon Central Wiki. I'm not going to read... Well, there's some stuff about Degwin and the growth of it as a dictatorship. I guess that must be stuff that gets explored in another Gundam season or something like that. Maybe there's one that's further back in the timeline or something. Cool. So she wants that back. The ancestral home of the Zabis and the rejuvenation of the Zabi family. She also seems to think that they're going to be able to take over grips and take the laser for themselves, but that might have to do with much further down the line plays. This is the same sort of power play. It's really... I thought she was going to make him Dogeza or beg or something. Like, really hold it over him. You don't know how to ask. And everybody sort of turns and waits to see what Char Aznable will do. He takes his glasses off and bows his head slightly. Please destroy the colony laser. And she's sort of, yeah, got him. And it's all like an interpersonal play. The proof of our might will be forever etched in your minds. Yeah, really tough for a nominally democratic nation, the AU, or democratic group, to enlist the help of a true autocracy, like a monarchy, in order to defeat the Tetons, which are a different kind of dictatorship. It's really quite interesting. It reminds me of some of the political plays in World War II. Making friends with the enemy in order to defeat a greater enemy. And to hell with what happens afterward, because we'll all die if we don't. Yikes. And so, again, we get... I don't think it's as direct a link where it's not like I was like, oh, a colony got lasered and then a colony gets lasered, right? But I talked at the beginning about this idea that these grand sweeping shifts in the solar system, in the politics, in the war as it goes on, often in Gundam seem to come down to the actions of one individual, and they come down to the actions of one individual in this moment, and it's Char's willingness to take the glasses off and ask. Because she wouldn't do it. She would not. And she would make that same offer to Bascom, and I think she would keep it. I think she would stay with them and would actually fight for them. Whatever gets her the most power. So the one interpersonal interaction, the little play between these two characters, petty play, has echoing, rippling ramifications across everyone's existence. That's interesting. That's really interesting. And so too, earlier in the episode, so do Katz's objections to going and working with Axis, and so does Camille's ability and willingness to go and speak to them. These are individual actions by individual characters that shake the future. That's really cool. I think that's really cool. I really like this framing of the Gossegier. It looms. You can see all the guns on the front. It looms. It's pretty cool. Oh, big gulp. Yum. Okay. This is an interesting interaction between Camille and Katz. I'm not sure how to read it. Or whether to read anything into it. It feels like a reversal. It feels like Camille taking up a role that he previously was on the other side of this fence in a lot of ways. Was the reluctant one, was the one who is down on their plans or whatnot. And now he's the one going for it, going along with it. I think this is a potent moment where Fa looks down at the little kids resting in her lap and doesn't answer whether she wants to go. She doesn't answer. She looks at them instead, and that tells us the answer. But later, she feels Camille in trouble, in danger, and goes for him. So there's like a, who's in direct danger? Who can I protect and how? Don't want Char to go. Too important, especially given the circumstances. I really like the way her hair looks in this particular pair of scenes. They stand out to me. There's one a little bit later where we're questioning whether she'll follow through on this, and we cut to her and we show her face and her whole hair, and I like the way it looks there too. Gaddy Captain. Gaddy Captain is going to be in trouble. He's going to be in trouble. They lost sight of the damn thing. It just holds and shoots its fucking guns. Absolutely nuts. A plan to suffer the least damage possible. Yes, indeed. I love this little moment. I really like this little moment where Katz goes, "You, Mr. Torres? That's fucking crazy, bro. You shouldn't go out in a mobile suit. That's stupid. Well, just grab me." It's very cute. At this rate. All right, prepare to fire. Will she do it? Will she do it? Will she do it? And then where's that moment? There. Full frame. Bam, bam. Damn, Haman. Fire. Really detailed feeling. A lot of depth to the hair. Yeah. And she fires the lasers. Oh, firing my laser. And god damn it. Let me punch you. Let me punch everybody. Bascom just runs across the room and punches somebody else. Fuck. I've been betrayed. I should have seen this coming. And she says, with this, the AUG now belongs to the Axis. We've bought them with this action. And we'll see, man. We'll see, because I don't know if that's the way that the politics work. But Char is racked with guilt because he knows that he may have just sacrificed one set of visions and goals for another. And reinstated the family that he dedicated his youthful life to destroying and tearing down. Now he's just been instrumental in putting them back into power. So yeah, Char sitting, putting his hands in his head, glasses off, feels about right. That's a tough spot to be in. We'll see how it ripples across the solar system in the coming episodes. And we'll wrap there. A simple one episode. This is day 4 of consistent uploading. I know that's not a lot, but it's a lot. It's really something, and keep checking the boxes, so that's good. Thanks so much for watching. I thought this was a cool episode. Again, not the most standout episode in terms of the flow or things, and not the most standout in terms of there weren't lines in it that made me try to dive deep into the soul of the characters, but there was a lot of that big, large scale moving and a core shift. You might say even an axle or an axis around which things have begun to rotate differently, and that's pretty freaking cool to me. We'll watch some more Zeta Gundam next week. Thanks for watching it this week with me, and I'll see you next Thursday for whatever happens next. Peace.